Hi there, welcome to the StopWatch app demo video. Today we're just going to go through a top-level introduction to the features available within the StopWatch app. So let's navigate to a HubSpot ticket. I can see on the right sidebar my StopWatch App Card and StopWatch time logs associated to this ticket. If I go ahead and start the timer to start a time tracking session, I can see that the time has been started successfully. Now I have the opportunity to input some information about this time tracking session. So whether it's billable or not, I can select a category. I can customize the title of the time tracking session. I can submit a description if I like. So now, assuming that I've finished my piece of work here, I'll go ahead and stop the timer. Now this action has created a time log in the background. I can navigate to that time log via this link. So here in the time log record, on the left-hand side of the screen, I can see information about this time log. So the title that I submitted previously, it's here in the top left, and then a whole heap of custom properties relating to this time log. In the activities panel, I can see information or a summary view of the time log session. Now, if I navigate back to my ticket, in addition to tracking time via the timer, I can also submit time tracking sessions via the quick add feature. So the quick add feature has two modes, detailed and simple. Let's start with simple. All I need to do is select a category if I like, customize the title and description, select a duration, so the amount of time that I'd like to be tracked in this session, mark whether it's billable or not, and then submit. So now if I switch from simple to detailed input mode, I've got category, title, and description like I did before, but I also have a few more input fields. So I can say, for example, let's log 5 hours and 45 minutes. That time tracking session relates to yesterday. So for example, if you've forgotten to track some time, the detailed mode is useful to submit those time tracking sessions for days past. I can also say that time tracking session, let's say it started at 2 p.m. So it's in 24-hour mode, represented as 14, so 2:45 as an example. I can mark this time as billable or not and submit. Quickly finish up what else is available here in the app card. So I can have a look at the settings that are currently configured for the user. Also available in the StopWatch App Card is a link that takes you directly to the app settings. So if you just click the settings link. Here in the app settings, we have a number of tabs. So the general settings tab contains all of the user-specific app settings. So I would first select the user that I would like to configure the settings for, and then go ahead and configure those settings. Also, we have a time log categories tab. So by default, there will be a number of categories that you can select, but these are completely customizable. So if I decide that I don't want some of the default categories, but I want to add a few of my own, that's possible here within the app settings. I can also configure the billable rates for each individual user. So this is particularly useful to automatically calculate the billable amounts based on time tracking sessions that are logged by individual HubSpot users. So for example, if the hourly rate of this user is 150 and this one is, say, 75, we can configure that here, and then any future time tracking sessions marked as billable by these users will have automatic billable amounts calculated for those sessions. That's about all we have time for in this video. So thanks very much.